Welcome to Infobooth 19 channel. Today we are going to see one of the birthday vlog. My husband's birthday was there yesterday. So many things I try to cover, but since there was a time restriction, I wanted to complete the video in less than 10 minutes. So I try to take one of the detailed recipe and remaining all a glimpse. So I have prepared mutton dum biryani for all the biryani lovers. Surely you follow this recipe. Exact proportion, exact time if you follow, you get the perfect Hyderabadi mutton biryani. Now without delaying, let's quickly enter the video. The first thing is dill leaves. So this is a type of spinach I have grown in my balcony garden. So I am going to use this for my breakfast. So my husband loves this ragi roti very much. So the ragi roti video I have already given in my channel. So the link is posted in the description box below. You can check it out. So I'm going to prepare this ragi roti with this dill leaves which is grown from our balcony garden. So I have washed these leaves thoroughly. Since we are plucking it from our garden itself, there is no need to do multiple washing because I didn't use any fertilizer or any chemicals to maintain the plant. It is very organically grown. So I have just chopped the dill leaves into small tiny pieces. Now I'm going to mix this and I'm going to prepare this yummy ragi roti. The link you can just check it out. So along with it, the served with the red chutney. It is more spicy chutney. It's the perfect combination for this ragi roti. So this is the favorite breakfast. And followed by it, afternoon I prepared many dishes, but I have covered mutton dum biryani in detail. So for this I have taken here around 300 to 350 grams of mutton and washed the mutton 2-3 times nicely with water till the water comes clear. So that is one indication. Now we are going to marinate the mutton for some time before we make the biryani. So that makes the mutton more tenderizer and it will be more soft. So first what we are going to do is squeeze half lemon in that. So the lemon makes the pieces very softer. Turmeric powder half a tablespoon, chili powder 2 tablespoons. So the biryani is going to be spicy because it's a Hyderabadi version. So you can adjust the taste as per your requirement. And then 1 tablespoon of coriander powder and the salt as per taste. Now ginger garlic paste you can add just 1 tablespoon. Ensure that you prepare the fresh ginger garlic paste so that adds more flavor to the dish. Just use your hands and mix it well and then keep mixing it for at least 1 to 2 minutes and ensure that all the pieces get coated with the masala evenly. Now we are going to marinate this mutton for minimum 30 to 45 minutes. So once it gets marinated, we will start preparing the biryani. So this is the black color wide mouth pot. So this pot you can just make up to 1 kg to 1.5 kg of biryani. We got 3 set of pots that came along with. So I can share the detail of how to season this and all those things I have captured already. So I started making many dishes with these pots and I thought biryani, if we prepare in this pot, it's going to be more interesting and more flavorsome. So for this, in a pan I have taken around 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil and 3 tablespoons of ghee. So parallelly, if you see the basmati rice, I have soaked it for minimum 30 minutes. Just wash it 2 times with water. Do not wash basmati rice for more time. Just 2 times you can wash it well and you can soak for 30 minutes. Now once the oil is hot, you can start adding all the whole garam masala items. Star anise, cinnamon, javitri, stone flower, 1 cardamom, 2 cloves, 1 cinnamon. All the whole garam masala items you can add into it. And I am going to add 6 green chili, slit one. Do not chop into fine pieces, just slit it and then add and then fry it nicely. The green chili has to fry nicely, then only the flavor will come. So once the green chili becomes crispy, then you start adding onions. So here I have taken 400 grams of mutton. So for 400 grams of mutton, I have taken 3 big onions, thinly sliced. Now it's a kind of lengthy process. We need to wait till the onion gets completely fried. So the first tip what I would say is the onion has to get fried nicely. So you need to have some patience, add some salt so that it gets fried nicely. Once the onion turns into slightly golden color, now we are going to add ginger garlic paste 1 tablespoon. So already to the mutton we have added 1 tablespoon. So here you can add 1 more tablespoon. Continue till the ginger garlic raw smell goes off completely. Always biryani try to make it in a wide mouth pan. This is number 1 and the second one is it should be heavy bottom. These two are very important for dum biryani. Now the onion cooked nicely. Now we are going to add half a tablespoon of turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder and then garam masala 1 tablespoon. So once you mix everything, just mix it well. Keep the flame on low so that the masala will not get burnt. Now we are going to add the marinated mutton pieces. Just combine it well, and now we are going to cook it without adding any water for about 5 minutes. Just keep mixing in between. So let the mutton gets fried for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes you can add water. Now we are going to add some water, and now we are going to cook the mutton for about 25 to 30 minutes in medium to high flame. Just ensure that the water level is there. If you need, you can add extra water. You can add salt as per taste, and then you can leave it for boiling. Now almost 25 minutes mutton is getting cooked, and 80% of the mutton got cooked. So parallelly I am starting to prepare rice also. So for that, in a pan I have taken enough water. To the water you can add 1 tablespoon of ghee, and then either you can add saffron to it, or you can just add that kesar or orange color or biryani masala color, that you can just add it at this stage. Now we are going to add the rice, soaked rice we are going to add. We are going to cook it exactly to 40 to 50%, not more than that. For me exactly it took 4.5 to 5 minutes, that's all, in medium flame. You need to add salt, enough salt, so that the water, when you taste it, it should taste like a sea water. That is very important. Now if you see, parallelly the water for the rice is boiling, and then the mutton is getting cooked on the other burner, and spicy chicken salna is getting ready, so that is also happening in the pot, and then yummy chicken fry is also getting ready. Now if you see, exactly after 5 minutes I could able to break the rice. It is not smashing, it is just breaking, that's all. At this point you can just turn off the stove and you can drain the water. So when the mutton is exactly cooking at around 25 minutes, if you start preparing rice, that is the correct time, you can match it up. Now if you see, our mutton is getting cooked for almost 30 to 35 minutes. All the pieces got cooked nicely. So little bit of water content is also there. At this point you can add chopped pudina or mint leaves and coriander leaves, and you can give it a good mix. Now 3 to 4 tablespoons of thick curd you can add. So I am not going to add tomato for this dish. I am going to add only the curd for that sour taste. Just give it a good mix and then let it boil till the oil gets separated. Now we are going to keep the dum. So the water level, the second tip is the water level, it should be exactly above the mutton. That much water should be there. Now we are going to strain the rice and you can just layer it off. So once you layer the rice, you should not mix it, otherwise we will end up breaking the rice. So this is how we are going to keep the dum. On top of it, I have just added this saffron water, and then whatever the water we use to cook the rice, you can just add 1/4 tumbler towards the sides of the rice. It will have enough moisture. So if you want, at this point you can garnish with fried onions as well as pudina, but I am not doing that because already the gravy or the mutton gravy which is there at the bottom is rich enough, so I am not adding anything more. So once it is done, I am going to keep this plate. I don't have any flat plate. Ensure that whatever plate you are keeping, it should cover your pot completely, and I am going to seal it using the wheat flour dough. Keep that pot with water, keep some weight on the top. Now we are going to seal the edges. That is very important. Just seal the edges with the chapati dough or the wheat dough. Just we are going to seal all the steam so that inside the dum will happen and the biryani will taste super good. Nowhere the steam should seep off. That is very important. Now once you seal it completely with the dough, we are going to cook it in the low to medium flame exactly for about 15 to 17 minutes. You can keep the timer exactly after 17 minutes. After 17 minutes, just turn off the stove and leave the biryani to sit for around 15 to 20 minutes. In that way, inside dum it will be still getting cooked and the flavor and the aroma will develop nicely. Now exactly after 17 minutes and resting for 20 minutes, I am going to open this biryani. Just use some knife or a sharp object to remove the dum. If you open and see, so much aroma is coming. The rice has cooked perfectly. So earlier when we cooked the rice, it was only 50%. Now it is completely cooked. If you see, all the masalas and the mutton pieces are there at the bottom. Ensure that you don't break the rice. If you see, exactly the Hyderabadi dum mutton biryani is ready. The mutton has cooked very nicely. Just take it off from the side and you can serve hot in the plate. Next time onwards, whenever you want to eat this Hyderabadi mutton biryani, please don't go to restaurant and waste your money. It is very simple technique. Follow the exact timing and exact proportion. You will get the perfect biryani. So this is the recipe I just wanted to share with you all. Now time for lunch. I prepared this spicy chicken salna and then chicken fry and then sweet, homemade sweet, and then raita and mutton dum biryani. It's amazing and super easy. For 1 to 1.5 hours I prepared all these dishes, so it is quite easy. The only thing is you need to get all the preparation done first so that it will be easy for the cooking process. So this is the homemade cake, mirror glazed chocolate moist cake. So it was very very tasty. So the design I didn't want to do frosting, so we just made a mirror glaze and then decorated with cherries on the top. So that's all. Our day ended very nicely. Hope you also had fun. So hope you like this video. If you like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends and family. Be happy, stay positive, and spread the positivity to everybody. Thanks for watching.